Welcome to the Host with Confidence podcast. I'm Becky Guzak, here to empower the hesitant host to entertain with confidence and ease. I'll be sharing stories, strategies, and inspiration on how to take out the stress and boost up the joy of welcoming guests into your home. Okay, let's get started. Welcome. If you've ever hesitated to invite people into your home because you felt it wasn't good enough, maybe too small, too cluttered, not Pinterest perfect, you're not alone. I've had countless conversations about this, and I get it. That pressure to make everything flawless can hold us back from experiencing the true joy of connection. But what if entertaining wasn't about perfection? What if it was about authenticity, warmth, and making people feel comfortable in your space, just as it is? That's why I'm thrilled to introduce today's guest, Sue Bethke. While I've never been to one of her gatherings, I've heard from multiple mutual friends what a great host she is. Sue is a native Seattleite, and she's been a realtor for over 30 years, helping people find spaces where they can create meaningful connections and call home. She's also raised 3 boys, which means she knows firsthand the beauty and sometimes the chaos of opening doors to others. When I asked these friends why, what is it about Sue's approach? The common thread is that she isn't hung up on perfection. She just makes people feel comfortable and at home, no matter the environment. So I'm calling her an expert in effortless entertaining, as she has helped many people redefine what it means to be a great host and enjoy the experience of welcoming guests into your home. Let's jump right in.
Perfectionism has never stopped me. I get close, or, I want it to look nice. I want it to taste good. I want my house to be okay, but I'm not worried about it if I don't get to it. I'm all about simple but fun.
I love that. As a real estate expert with over 30 years of experience, you help people find not just a house, but a home, place where they can build their community with their families, welcome guests, and create meaningful experiences. How has your joy of entertaining influenced your work?
Well, I've taken it as it's kind of gone both ways, actually, because while I'm helping people find homes, I like to connect people. And the fun of it for me, which eventually will tie back into the entertaining aspect of it, is it's a puzzle, right? You meet somebody and you want to listen to them and find their home and area and what's important to them. But then once you get them there, if I have an avenue to get them integrated into an area faster, that's what I want to do. And sometimes that's introducing people. Sometimes that's having them over for dinner with somebody else that might have same age kids or something like that. We would try to get them so that they could get into the area and community faster too.
Have you always been a host or someone that's thrown parties, or did you grow up with that, or what sparked your passion?
Well, I actually didn't grow up with it. My mom had me, she was in her 40s when I was born, and I had older siblings. And so by the time I came along, she wasn't interested in cooking or entertaining or doing, she always got involved in my school, bringing Valentine's Day cupcakes and stuff like that to the classroom, room parent stuff. But she was tired of cooking, quite frankly. And so I got interested in it and took it over, and she loved it. Yeah, and that was kind of our time together. And then I didn't have any money or way to buy groceries, so we would go shopping together, and she would buy everything and we'd come home. And so it sort of started with that. And also it was just a nice way to while away an afternoon on a Sunday together, to be in the kitchen together. And then eventually, when I was old enough to drive and do my own thing, she just handed it all over to me, and I did everything.
How is it that you make people feel so comfortable right away?
Well, it sort of evolved just because, fortunately, my husband, John, is very much a social person. He does not like to be alone, and he loves big groups. Since we've been married, our policy has always been, if you see a light on, feel free to open the door. I think it's just common knowledge. Don't wait around for an invitation. If you see a light on or a car in the driveway, don't be afraid to come in. We've always had an open door policy. So I think that puts people at ease. And we're not formal. We're not fancy. My house is clean enough to be healthy, dirty enough to be happy. That was actually on my girlfriend's mom's wall when we were growing up. I always loved that saying. We just don't get hung up on that kind of stuff. Rather have people pop in for whatever, come leisurely, come and stay. If you have someone over to your house, no matter what you're doing, they're just appreciative.
You've raised 3 adult boys now from 27
Yep.
to 31. And how has that kind of open door policy, that warm feeling and letting go of perfection affected them? Has it had a
You
ripple
know,
effect on them?
it really has. And the hilarious thing is all 3 of them are the cooks in their families. They all have different styles, but they all love it and they love to have people over. They all like to entertain.
That's wonderful. So what would your advice be to the hesitant host?
Try not to get hung up on anything. I have a few friends that they love to have people over, but they don't particularly like to cook. There's so many great things out there now. Like you can go to Kitchen Market, Pasta and Company, Trader Joe's. You can spin
Mhm.
a great meal or make a piece of it and then supplement with other things. Even Thanksgiving dinners, you can order from other places and bring in, and you can throw them in your oven for 5 or 10 minutes and make your house smell
Mhm.
good or whatever.
Absolutely.
My biggest thing, I do everything I can ahead so that
Mhm.
I can enjoy the company. And then I think that
Mhm.
makes people at ease. Do things that you can do completely 100% ahead of time. And
Mhm.
even I do things like I always have frozen cookie dough in my freezer. I always
Perfect.
have an extra lasagna or homemade mac and cheese that I can take if someone ends up staying and I don't have anything planned. I can always pull it out, and a good freezer and an open mind to not being perfect is all
Love
you
it.
need. And I think it's a lot psychological. If you can just let go and realize that anyone coming into your house is going to be excited to be there, get to let loose or get to know
Mhm.
someone that they didn't know before, or just catch up on old stories or whatever the case may be. And also don't try to do something too new or too
That's
crazy.
great advice.
You have someone over to your house, no matter what you're doing, they're just appreciative. And I also try to be very, very, very simple.
Okay, I like that. Simple is key.
Thank you, Sue Bethke. Sue's insights remind us that hosting isn't about perfection, it's about creating a welcoming space where people feel comfortable and valued. Whether it's a small, casual gathering or a big celebration, embracing authenticity and letting go of the pressure to impress can make all the difference. I hope today's conversation has given you a fresh perspective and the confidence to open your doors with ease. Remember, entertaining should be fun, not stressful. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you have any topics, questions, or stories you'd like to share, I would love to hear them. Please email hostwithconfidence@gmail.com. Until next time, happy hosting. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Host with Confidence podcast. I hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to help you along your hosting journey. Please remember that the key to hosting with confidence is all about embracing your unique style, having a plan, and enjoying the process alongside your guests. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite platform. Your feedback and support are greatly appreciated and helps us build a stronger community.
Gotcha.